I don't know where to put
Well, we made it.
it.
Sorry for the delay, guys. Mr. Moore was having some technical difficulties on the computer there. I think he's chatting from Mars right now. So Hunter,
Yeah,
welcome
because
back.
I'm banned from the internet.
Yeah, guys. So
I'm banned from the internet. I had to go ahead.
We're gonna take your guys' questions here in a second. I want to kind of jump out, and I've been reading a lot of the comments, not just on this video. I've seen some other YouTubers have actually pulled some of the footage from my video with Hunter, and they shared it out there. And we're gonna make this like a 30-second part of the conversation, so I really don't want any Q&A on child pornography. First off, it's going to fuck my channel up. And second off, it just doesn't exist. I have Hunter's indictment. I have his plea deal. I have everything here in front of me, and I scoured it now, and I scoured it back in 2016. And believe me, guys, if the feds could have found child pornography on Hunter, they would have nailed him for it, and he would have had a whole different set of charges. So there was no child porn ever. Though those are all rumors. So aside from that, some of the things that I think we want to clear up here, Hunter, is questions I have. I did force myself to watch the documentary just so I could see what all the hype is about, and you know, they've painted you to be America's most hated man on the internet, and they did a very good job at it. My question to you, and then we'll let people ask questions here, is do you like being the villain? Is that I mean, because you're the villain of the internet, at least for the next 3 days, I guess, until all this blows over. But do you enjoy, not do you enjoy, have you embraced it?
Yeah, I think there is a little bit of a delay here, but I mean, dude, this happened like what, 10 years ago now. I was arrested 8 years ago. So you know, it's kind of I don't know how to explain it. It's I've moved on. Obviously, everybody else hasn't, but I kind of am reverting back into that old character, like especially if you're following me on Instagram, which is like it's hard not to because it's kind of muscle memory. You know what I mean? But do I like to be hated? Obviously not. But I'm fun.
And guys, we're gonna have to deal with a little bit of the delay on Hunter's connection there. So as he chimes back in, we'll pick it back up.
Sorry, dude. Did I lose you? I'm back.
You did for a second.
Okay.
So you were saying that you're embracing the role of the villain here. You're saying it's hard not to be the, I mean, I don't know how you could ever be the good guy in this situation. I don't think you ever intended to be the good guy. But let's stick to the facts so we don't get too far off on all of the crazy theories out there. Some of the facts. So do you have, when you told me last time that you wish you had done some things differently, when we talk about remorse, what parts of this are you sorry for? Or maybe sorry is the wrong word, but where, if there are any regrets, what were they?
If there was any regrets, is that I didn't go 10 times harder. That's probably my only regret, to be honest. If I'm being, I mean, look, I'm not here to cry a river. I've done my time. Like, obviously, these people were affected by the site, and I feel bad for them, and they obviously need you know, to air their grievances. But at the end of the day, I did my time. You guys wrote and did all this stuff about me and my fans and all these lies. So like, but I had a great time. I'm not gonna regret anything. I don't regret anything, and I wish I went 10 times harder because the outcome would have been the same. So,
okay,
sorry if that's a little too brutally honest.
Nope, that's why we're having you on here. And guys, I want to make it clear, I have no financial situation with Hunter. I'm not paying him to come on here. He's not paying me to say good things about him. I met Hunter when he originally got kind of under the gun, when he got in trouble several years ago, and kind of helping him navigate the legal system, which is what I do for a living. So it's my job to realize that people can go through something and not, should they or should they not be judged for it forever. That's for you guys to decide. But so some of the allegations and some of the, you know, when you look at the court documents, which is all public information, on the hacking situation, was there any hacking from, I forgot that guy's name, Evans, was it Evans? On Evans, was there any hacking from Evans? Because in the court documents, it has emails back and forth where according to the emails, that there was some awareness of it. So for the girls that were hacked and their pictures were put up on the website, not by them or somebody they knew, if it was from either that guy Evans, or if it got there by you, where do you fall on that for those individuals that didn't willingly get their information out there?
Well, here's the thing. You kind of have to go back in time. There's like a greater context to all this stuff. First of all, I don't even know my co-defendant. And they could, like I told you before in my previous interviews, they were trying to get me. They were trying to say they were taking our servers. They were trying to do anything they could to take me down. My co-defendant, I didn't even remember his name till you just said it right now, because I don't know him. He was befriended by a friend of mine's cousin who worked for me because he went to SDSU. We used to go to clubs and we would buy pictures from everybody, DJs, celebrities, all kinds of stuff, because nudes were the commodity. So for me, you know, my ex-employee, that's just what we did, man. We were just stupid 20-year-old kids. As far as them being hacked, I didn't know they were being hacked until later. That's where the conspiracy came in, is because I didn't report it. I was just like, all right, whatever, this is weird. Let's kick rocks. Let's keep it going. And that's how they got me on a conspiracy charge. All my charges are my co-defendant's charges. That's why it's a conspiracy. And that's why they couldn't get me on anything. That's why in the documentary, the FBI agent says the site was completely legal. They had to go in this roundabout way to give me a conspiracy charge. And you know, in the feds, when you get hit with a conspiracy, you have to do a mandatory minimum. This was the only way that they could get me. And they had my co-defendant who ratted me out. So anyways.
Has he ever gone publicly and spoke anywhere? Because I never knew really much about him until recently. When you and I spoke way back when, I didn't do any research on him, but has he come out and talked about this at all that you know of?
I don't know. Dude, I've distanced myself so far from this for the last 8 years. I don't even know what the guy looks like. So I don't even know. I wouldn't even know to search him or anything.
So when they were showing like the email strands and the stuff that's in like the indictment and whatnot, the stuff that's basically public information, not the stuff that when it shows like where he had told you that, hey, you know, hacking this stuff is illegal and the money transferring back and forth. But like it's
not me, it's parts of me. You got to understand, it was a company email. So I had multiple people, 5, 6, 7 people on that email address. It didn't matter. They just wanted me to make an example of me. Now, we could go real deep into the hacking stuff, even though it's pretty shallow. Do I regret that? Which is probably what you're headed towards.
Yeah, trying to, you
know. Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, it is what it is. But like, I don't know. It's just like, it's kind of null and void to me, like in the long run. Like, oh my God, you were so fucking affected by your busted ass titties being put on the internet that 10 years, 12 years later, you don't wear a bra on a Netflix documentary. Get the fuck out of here, dude. This shit is so fucking stupid. Your mom writes a book about it. I'm just so done. It's so fucking annoying. I'm sorry. Can we move on? Like, what else do you want me to do? That kid that hacked her was some guy that was obsessed with her. Like, I have nothing. I don't know these people. Do you see what I'm saying, man? I just want to.
No. And
it's so boring.
But the thing is you've never really either had an opportunity.
Why would I? It's dude,
kind of clear the air, because there's a different side of you that a lot of people don't. I mean, a lot of people do get to see it. Like
boring,
I guess it's
boring. It's boring, bro. There's butthole girl. And we're focused on these lame ass people. Give me a break. That girl put her phone in her butt and I called it and it vibrated out. I want to hear that. Like, what are we doing about crying on the internet? What are
So let's talk about butthole girl, because I actually did have a question about her. So when Butt Girl,
I'm
Whole
so
Girl.
over it.
I don't know how I never heard about this stuff way back when. Like there must have been a very
Because that's
like,
the cool stuff. That's the
yeah,
cool stuff, man.
I missed it all. I think I was out of that age group by like 5 or 6
Sorry, I'm
years.
getting all worked.
Yeah,
Hey, sorry, I'm getting a little.
that's
I
okay.
just finished my
You got a lot
workout
going
too,
on.
so I still
Did,
have.
go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
then look at, hold on, Dan. And then I've got this. I have this sloppy fat comedian saying he's going to assassinate me right now on his podcast, and my phone is going absolutely nuts, and everything he's saying is a lie, and it's just like I'm just frustrated, man. So I'm sitting here, I got whatever, I'm dealing with my lawyer here in the background, and it's like, oh, I'm just frustrated, man. I'm sorry to get all crazy.
Oh, that's okay, man. And that look,
So, and my phone is going nuts.
well, fucking put your phone on. Well, you can't put it on silent
Yeah.
because you're using it to talk to me.
No, I can't.
You know,
Yeah.
I know that. Look, let's call this what it is. I get this opportunity to have Hunter Moore at a very, very vulnerable time come on my channel, which obviously is good for views, whether it's good or bad. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm not. Yay, Hunter Moore is doing an interview on Dan's channel, but at the same time, I kind of want to, if we're able to put some stuff to rest that hasn't been spoken about, because it's been a very one-sided conversation. And my look on this is whatever you did or didn't do, people make mistakes. And if there are things that you did do wrong, to like, okay, I want to talk about Butthole Girl for a second, because when I watched the interview with Butthole Girl, so Butthole Girl claimed that she basically was very honest. She said she wanted to be famous and she wanted to get into adult porn, and your site was a great platform for her. But then when her picture went up in the profile area, there is like her, but then her kids are in the photo, and she asked you to take it down, and you were like, nope. And was there anything I can do to get
not
my
true? That's not true.
And that's
not true.
So let's let people know what she said, and then this is where I want you to. This is like, people can believe you or not believe you, but saying nothing and just when you don't say anything, it just you're going to open up that it makes it that much easier to believe the bullshit. She basically said that the photo was there and her kids were in the photo above her naked photo with her profile pictures, and the only way you were willing to take that down is if she shoved something up her butt. And she did that, and then she became Butthole Girl, and that's all she's ever known for. So that's the angle that she explained on the documentary. And because you chose not to do the documentary, you didn't get a chance to swing back. So what? I'm so curious about what really happened from your perspective on this.
Okay, Dan, sweetheart, what? Okay, say what you just said right now. There was a picture on my site. She wanted it down. I happen to have one of
not the picture.
I had this amazing, huge website. Okay, whatever was on there. Okay, she emailed me. I replied, and I was like, "Listen, the only way you're gonna get this down is this very specific instance where you need to shove this phone in your butt." That sounds real to you?
No,
Dan,
but
that sounds real to you. And then you do it?
I mean,
all right, this is what happened. I will tell you what happened.
This is like story, this is like story time. This is why we have you here, my man. You should be here in the studio, dickhead, but you fucking.
Okay, look it. I know, man. Well, there's whatever.
I know.
Life has its ups and downs, Dan.
Yeah.
But so the thing with a Butthole Girl is that she approached the website. She never had a picture on the site or anything like that. Okay, like there was no like she was never like, her pictures were never taken and they were putting on the site. No, she approached the website and said, "What can I do to post my MFC links on the website?" And we just went back and forth. And she was like just talking about how hot I was and all this stuff. And I was like, well, let's make a video. And so you can go on efucked.com. Actually, the webmaster is in my Discord server, which is awesome, and watch the video that we made together that's posted on the site. She got so much notoriety from that. She kept coming back to where we had a segment on the site. Now, a lot of people may not know this, but the website was mostly geared towards music. And uh, and so basically we had all these other segments and like people would post stories and it was more of like a lighthearted comedic website with nudes, yeah. But we started a butthole girl segment and basically it was a poll that she participated in and she would pick all the objects she had around the house and people would vote on the poll of what she would stick in her butt. This went on for weeks and gradually got worse and worse, obviously. And then people just got bored of it. And then that was it. And then she'd kick rocks and that was it. So for her to go on this documentary and do this, I think is a bigger issue. Not only does she have some crazy mental issues, right? Well, we all do. I'm not here to compare or anything. But I feel really bad for her. And yeah, she used the site to get fame and maybe I participated in encouraging this horrible behavior of hers, but I felt like they were making fun of her in that documentary. I felt like what the documentary does for her is 10 times worse. Like they're literally making fun of her. So I don't know. I think maybe if we're both evil, or if I'm evil, I think Netflix and Raw and the producers are about the same level as I am, in my opinion.
I think
But
I
that's
think
the story of her.
I think that's a fair opinion. And yeah, that's kind of, I think a lot of the shade is going to come. Of course, people see and hear
Mhm.
and believe what they see and hear.
Yeah.
I can tell you in the court documents, there's no mention of Butthole Girl by her stage name or her real name. So, that was
No,
you
that's her real name.
that's for real. It's on her birth certificate, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So your answer to that is that's not how it happened. You didn't give her this ultimatum where we'll remove your kids if you shove a cell phone up your butt. That
No.
conversation never took place. That
And
um
the ki and there was and here's the thing though, like, I don't know if we're segueing into another topic, but, I spent a lot of time, like, my only main concern was I didn't give a really didn't give a underage content. Yes, I had data, we did a bunch of stuff. Now it's been locked down and basically the way we uh, even have like we never had animals on the site, let alone people in the background that weren't the main subject. That so for kids to even be in the background of a picture is a full-on lie. We had a whole system for this. We worked with the National Exploited Children's Foundation hand in hand. It's not this whole idea of you know CP or underage stuff is just so ludicrous. But for her to lie even further, saying her kids were on the site, it makes it even more dumb. So that's why when I had you talk to Amanda, who ran my fan page, and she let you know, really, all this stuff was just really lighthearted, and it was just a few people that couldn't take the joke that made it a bigger deal than it was. But anyways, to get back to butthole girl, it's just everything she said was a blatant lie, but she's got to get that bag. I mean, what else is she gonna do? I guess at this point.
well, Butthole Girl, you've heard Hunter's reaction to that. If you ever want to say your piece, let me know. So we'll put Butthole Girl to rest. So the question I had was who when these people would submit photos and stuff to the site, and whose idea was it to link to like social media and,
Yeah.
and contact information to it? Did any of that ever become scandalous to a point where it's like, man, it's one thing to post their nude pictures, but then to like kind of out them like jobs, teachers, things like that. Was there ever any thoughts of like maybe I'm going too far with this, or was it just too fast, too much? There's
Well,
no way to pull the reins in.
see, okay, another misconception. I was like I said in the first video we did, I I'm not some evil genius, dude. I'm not like I'm gonna put your Twitter on there. It was never like that. It was some sufficient process the world on the post, along with children. The use that I do that to just keep posting, post more. uh, of age or legal like that, you know, bestiality. We post, but you post and being protected. The education stack
I think Hunter's
is
got hamsters.
really
His internet over there.
ah. Hold on. Let me turn off my. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're
You
coming.
there?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're coming in and out. Maybe if I change the let's see if I change the settings on here to a lower definition. Oh, did we lose you? All right, Hunter, I think he's restarting again. He does not have good internet service over there, guys. We're gonna give him a few minutes to come back on, but we'll keep going. Um, I've known Hunter for several years, not an extremely personal level, but I have gotten to know him. I've gotten to know his mother. Oh, here he comes. Let's see.
All right. Sorry about that.
There you are, and Hunter's back.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. So we'll leave Butthole Girl to the dust. Do you feel like I'm just still kind of learning what trolling really is. So when people say, "Oh, you're trolling people," give us older crowd like a definition of what trolling is. And is that what was being done?
Well, okay. To your first thing, like trolling is like bait, like trolling for a fish. You know what I mean? Like you put your little lure out there, and my lure is I intentionally trying to get you to react. And if you take the bait, and then you're falling into my trap, I want your reaction. So, yeah, I mean, it was trolling. It's just internet. It's just internet 2010 stuff, dude. I'm a child of the internet, man. And it was kind of like, what? Look, I mean, look at all the people that are in that documentary, dude. They're old, crusty, they're just weirdos. Like they don't understand, and they'll never understand. So they're the ones that got hurt, or they just didn't understand it, and they all this lightheartedness they took too serious. Or trolling.
So is trolling is trolling the same as bullying? Is there a difference between the two?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, everyone's got their own opinion of it. To me personally, I think trolling is I'm trolling for that reaction, and then that's all I want. So all you're doing is being baited into me playing with you. That's all it is.
This guy, the guy that took over the site, the guy that the guy you sold the site to, whatever his name is, the Marine dude, he claims that it was a whole setup from the beginning, that he never liked your content, never wanted anything to do with it. Okay. And he baited it in and then bought the site from you only to shut it down. Did you ever have conversations with that guy? Because like what was the dynamic there with him? Like, is there anything he said? Is there any truth to that? Or again, bunch of lies?
Yeah. So, I mean, you could go to viaviewfiles.net. Well, basically there's a whole group of people that have been trying to take him down for the last 10 years. He actually, I've never met that guy. I was always kind of creeped out by him. He dealt with my manager. I had one phone call with him because he was like a big fan. He used to buy ad space on the dirty.com, which I don't know if it's still around or not, but and then I did a podcast with the owner, and he heard the podcast and started buying a lot of the real estate that was available at the time for ad space on the site. And that was pretty much it. Then he wanted to do parties together and all this other stuff, but he was just this weird, like real dorky dude. I mean, obviously, like I'm biased because I mean the guy's just a weird liar. For him buying the site, here's the thing. Again, he dealt with my manager. They don't even know who my manager is. You'll never know who my manager is. Everything was kept in secret. And like how much he paid, all that stuff. Like this, I just don't know these people. So for him to say what he's saying, I think he said Anonymous deleted I was dead for a year. They deleted my my social security number or something. Like, dude, this is like little kid stuff. Like, these are full grown this is a full-grown man making up like playground stories. Like none of this stuff is real, and it's just a little frustrating on my end because it's like they're giving the like I'm supposed to be the crazy one, which I guess I am a little bit crazy. Yet I'm the only one who's moved on, and I don't know these people. Like I literally do not know these people. So, and all the stuff he's saying is just so outlandish and nuts. It's really hard for me to. I mean, this is the first time I've responded because it's just so stupid. So, anyways,
and I do appreciate you coming on here. I know this is uncomfortable for you,
yeah,
because it maybe it rehashes stuff. It's aggravating. It's maybe there is no good answer you can give that's gonna,
no, of course
I don't
not.
think there's an answer you can give that's gonna please anybody. But
Nor do I care. But
right. But you are interested in selling your books and stuff. And
oh yeah, definitely. I want your money, but definitely buy my book.
And I think there's going to be people out there that want to know some of the facts, that would like to know, like look, we'll say I got 90% hate from the video we posted, but there was 10% of the people that were like, I get it, but I would like to hear Hunter's side, because you haven't unless you go on your own social media and do that, which you haven't for whatever reason, and you have kind of laid very low, aside from like some of your own underground stuff. You haven't risen back out of this and tried to, there was a point where you were going to do Is Anyone Up 2 or 2.0 or something, or that was never.
No. God, okay, you want to know the story with that?
Yeah. I think everybody does. It's not just me.
Okay, I stopped the site, right, and I was just doing parties and stuff, and I went to have an interview with the Washington Post, but like I had stopped all establishment media interviews because all they did was lie and take everything out of context. So me, my buddy Damien, he's actually in my book, by the way. We got super geeked out. We were all blown out of our mind, and we're just trying to mess with her. So we were like, yeah, me and my boy, we're gonna start up Is Anyone Up 2.0. It's got we're gonna track you through Google's mapping system and all this stupid stuff. Like, and then I didn't even remember. Oh, someone's at the door. I didn't even remember I did any of this stuff until the the article came out. But I never started anything. I never bought a domain. It was just yeah, again, just me playing, me trolling, and then these like uptight, crusty people just taking it way too far.
So for the people that think he had all these other bogus charges and they,
oh, sorry.
You need me to mute you for a second?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Let me know if the hitman comes to show up or something.
No, I just got all these attorneys and yeah, whatever.
So here, I'm going to, anything I share here, Hunter, it's public information stuff. So I'm not sharing anything that's private. I want to just like the front page of the indictment here, so people can kind of see, it's on this side, so they can see what your actual charges were, and that there was no fishy charges here. So let's pull up the indictment. Hold on a second. My computer wants to be silly. Pull it over here. Give me a second, guys. Okay. And here we go. Okay. So let's share this.
I think the mute word. Yeah.
I didn't mute it.
No, I tried to. I just didn't know if it actually.
You need me to mute something. So guys, this is the actual indictment. This is the original indictment. This isn't just what he pled guilty to. This was the original indictment. So you can see that there weren't other charges that were of anything sketchy that got dropped. So here's all of his charges: conspiracy. And if you're looking here, and I'll blow it up a little bit so you guys can see it. Conspiracy to unauthorized access to protected computer, obtain information, aggravated identity theft, aiding and abetting, and causing act to be done. This is a full indictment. This is public information. You can either go into Pacer or you can go into any other search and you can pull all this up. So this is the actual indictment. What he pled guilty to, his final judgment, that when he actually got sentenced in federal court, this is all, this isn't doctored up information. This is legit stuff. And I know this isn't going to change a lot of your opinions on him, but it would be nice to stop. Like, do you feel, so you just described to me what trolling is. Are you being trolled now? Is this what it looks like for Hunter Moore to get trolled?
No. Oh, you mean the indictment or just people?
Oh, the indictment, the people that are out there, the anonymous guy, the Marine. And you said there was no truth to anonymous, because they posted stuff on during the documentary. It showed, like, they said they hacked your bank account. They said they deleted your social security number. It showed a death certificate for Hunter Moore.
Come on, bro.
I know that's what they were showing.
Come
that
on,
was the documentary
stuff, dude. This is kid.
But when you see it on TV, you believe everything we believe everything we see.
I know, but like when you say that, like, oh, I was dead. Oh, I had the weight of the federal government on me. I'm being indicted. Oh, but I was dead. Well, then why didn't I just leave the country? How would they indict me? It doesn't even make any sense, dude.
So did any of your bank accounts or anything ever get hacked, or is
no, dude? I used to post my address. I would beg people to come and do something, but no one would ever do anything. And same with this anonymous stuff. It was just like this. It's this thing that you can say that it's not real. It's not. There's nothing there. So you could say that they've done whatever they've done, but there's no they. There's no them. Well, unless they're like non-binary or whatever. But I'm just saying, it's just a bunch of. It's nothing. And how would you sentence me if I don't exist? Right? I don't understand.
No, I get it. I didn't know if it was something that they were doing just to cause more problems, just to try to create chaos in your life. Did you ever get contacted by a group called Anonymous?
Anonymous is a 4chan meme, bro. That's what's so stupid about this. That's why, like, it's normie newbie stuff. Like, this isn't real, man. This isn't real. Okay? This is really stupid. No, they didn't delete my bank account. No, they didn't. I don't know what else to say.
No, that's I think that's what you say is they did.
We are Legion. So come on. Oh my. Was it a gang for fat kids online? Give me a
they made it look pretty creepy on I wasn't gonna watch the documentary.
Yo, hey, listen, I got Adobe Premiere too. I could throw some cool effects over some videos. I can do the same thing.
Someone said, "Is there here? What does this question mean? Is there no skip tracer?" What's
that?
I don't know. Somebody named the skip tracer. I think he did a video. On you, actually. I think
I skip tracer.
So what does that mean? Is there no skip tracer?
His name is the Skip Tracer.
I know, but he's also asking, is there no skip tracer? So I don't know if he's talking about something that like bounty hunters use or something. I'm not sure. So what do you have any intent of resurfacing the villain of Hunter Moore?
No. Dude, you got to understand, like, the villain. No, dude, first of all, I think that a lot of the confusion right now, again, I feel really bad. Bro, I was in such a bad mood when we started this, but
fuck your bad mood, bro. I was in a bad mood at 3 a.m. when you told me to make the flight. So fuck your bad mood.
Sorry, what was your original question? I'm sorry. What was
the original question is basically, Hunter, when you said there were some things you feel bad for some of the people,
yeah,
what do you feel bad for? Let's go with that, because I don't think give a definition of what does Hunter Moore. What do you regret doing? Other than, I know you say you regret not going bigger and badder, but what do you regret? Does any of because I get some of these girls wanted to come on and be famous, and I know there's I'm sure there's some of them that, like, even the ones that are out there on Facebook. I got trolled pretty fucking hard. I had to delete some people on Facebook because they were just I couldn't even check my IMs. It was like bing, 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 bing,
right?
And it was all, these 15-year-old girls were getting, Hunter Moore was trying to get them on the site. And I was like, look, I get people are saying that.
Yeah.
Zero facts to prove that. So we know that you didn't do that and you didn't get in trouble for that. So what
Oh,
did
what do I regret? What do
what
I
did you do
regret?
wrong that you regret that you wish you hadn't done? And you know what I mean by that. Don't give me some dickhead answer. Give me an honest answer here. Be vulnerable for a second with your buddy Dan. What do you feel bad for?
Um, okay, I need to ponder for a second. But I mean, first of all, you got to understand I was a 20-year-old kid like having the time of his life. And it's easy to look back now, especially when we're in this ultra sensitive like woke era where literally anything seems like the end of the world. So we're looking back in time almost 13 years ago when I started this site, and culturally we were completely different. So you got to take that into effect. Now looking back, I'm 36 years old, dude. I've obviously grown. I've obviously changed. I know I've given some dickhead answers, but that's just part of my personality.
And that's okay. So let's pause there for 1 second. So
Yeah.
36-year-old version of Hunter,
Okay.
would you still put women's photos online at at whatever the cause is, knowing that, you know, unless they wanted their photos there, if some chick's photo was on the internet and they were like, please take my photo down, my kids are going to see this, would the 36-year-old Hunter take it down, or would you be like, sorry?
Listen, Daniel, listen to me. This is another misconception and another thing
Sorry,
that
sorry, mom.
this really grinds my gears. Bro, there was more men on the site than there was women.
But
The
we're talking about with what we see now. Okay, look,
I
where you fucked up is when you went on Dr. Drew, or not Dr. Drew, the other guy,
oh,
um,
Anderson.
Anderson Cooper, where you made this mainstream from where the cool kids that were watching it to where now, like you said, the normies who got all like it became mainstream media, and everybody now had their 2 cents, and you became villainized.
Yeah.
Would you have gone that big, or would you have stayed kind of underground where people understood, if let's call it an art form, where people understood the art? You took it into a world where nobody understood what was going on, and it just looked dirty, grimy, scandalous. That's the way they've built it now. That's how it's been portrayed and viewed back. So I guess when I say, do you have any regrets? Do you wish you had kept it at a level where it was manageable? Because it became unmanageable for you. It became out of your hands, and it ended up torching you and your family too. I mean, your family had to deal with some of the brunt of this. So that's where I'm going with this is
Yeah.
what would the 36-year-old do different? Would you jump on a plane and go hop on an interview tomorrow?
It's an impossible answer to give. I mean, I really just think what you're getting at is like, do I regret everything? No, but I obviously regret a lot, and I wish I would have handled it different. Do I wish I never started the site? Of course not. Or of course I don't regret it because it was awesome. But obviously I made some decisions that ultimately the consequences were definitely not worth it. So uh but you got to understand too, like I was drunk on this internet fame, and like I was not prepared for that. I had horrible direction. I really didn't have anybody to help me out, and I was a crackhead, dude. Well, I didn't smoke crack, but I was a cokehead. And I gained this like god complex. And that's a little hard to say. I guess that's kind of me being vulnerable or whatever, but these are a lot of things that people just kind of overlook, because it wasn't like the site. The site had a evolution to it. It didn't start like, oh, we're just gonna destroy people's lives. It was just me and the boys, and then it just went out of control, and I just wasn't prepared for that. And every single aspect of my life went out of control, and I wish I would have done stuff a lot different. And yeah, hopefully that answered.
Yeah, and with what I do for a living, so for those of you that don't know, I'm a prison consultant. I went to federal prison myself as well. I went for 42 months. When I got out of prison, I started posting videos on YouTube about my experience and what I could have done different. And I think that's how you found me, Hunter, was through my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I've never taken the role of I'm going to judge somebody for all of their past mistakes. What my question, and if as a friend, I would hope, like when people say Hunter doesn't have empathy, do you have empathy, and what do you see as empathy? Like if this were to happen to, like, let's say your mom or a sister or a niece or, you know, a very, very good friend, would it feel any different? Because you made some statements where it's like, well, I don't know these people, they're memes, they're avatars, it's you know, out of touch. Would it be different if you knew them? Would it does that change the dynamic? And again, dude, I'm not beating you up, you know that, right? This is there's
Yeah,
nothing,
no, I just
you can say that's going to make anybody go, oh fucking, I'm going to go hunter hire to work with the Boy Scouts of America. uh, so that's not the intent here, but you know,
yeah.
I want to give an honest view of where your mind space is now versus, you know, this 10 years later.
Again, like it's obviously, dude, I'm not, yes, I have empathy. I'm not a sociopath or whatever these armchair psychologists are saying now, since they've watched a, 20-second Netflix trailer. I Oh, you got a super chat, dude. Yes, I have empathy, and yeah, I would obviously be upset if any family member was posted on the site. Yeah, I didn't have any emotional connection to these people because it was just an avatar on the screen. But again, looking back 12 years later, almost 13 years later, yeah, dude, it's messed up, and it's yeah, I mean, it just sucks. So it is
Okay.
what.
I mean, I honestly, here's what I think. I'm not a shrink. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I think that you really are, that you really do feel like you could take a lot of, like, not that you could take it back, that you wish you could have handled it completely different, but now the roller coaster has spun so far and so hard and so fast that the negativity that comes down your way, I feel like if it were me anyway, I'll use I statements. We'll pretend like we're an RDAP here.
Yeah,
If,
yeah, yeah.
if this were happening to me right now, if people were attacking me by the millions, if there was some, like you said, there's a podcast airing right now about how they want to come murder you, I feel like a part of me would want to react in a, you want to think I'm a fucking sociopath? That's exactly what I'll give you. You want to think I'm fucking crazy? I'll act crazy. I'll play the role, because me saying sorry or playing the nice guy probably isn't going to work. At the same time, though, I got to wonder how you feel when you're by yourself sometimes. Are you like, fuck, man? Like, this shit's always going to be over my head. Like, I don't hate women, or maybe you do. I don't know. But the persona is that you hate women. You don't have any empathy. You don't have any feelings. You'll just fucking step on people, crush them to make a fucking dollar. Now you're in that lifestyle now. You've involuntarily put yourself there at a young age, started a website, it spiraled overnight. You kind of ran with it. You made the mistake of going on the mainstream media show where everything shifted. Everything shifted at that point. And I don't think there was any time to kind of reset. So you became a monster that people love to hate. But at the same time, there was something catchy about you where people still like they still wanted to go see what you were going to do next. So what were you supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know that I would have handled it, or a lot of people would have handled that any differently. But now it's 10 years later. You've had a lot of time to think about it. You went to prison. You pled guilty. The guy that was doing the hacking and stuff, it got out of control. If any of these women had actually offed themselves, like let's say you found out one of these girls that got on there killed themselves and left the family behind, hypothetically, would you be like, well, she shouldn't have put her pictures on the internet? Or would you be like, fuck, like that sucks? You know, I hate that I'm a part of that. Like me, I worked at a pain clinic. I perpetuated pills back out on the street. I wasn't the one handing out the pills. I'm not the one that told them to go snort and crush up the pills, but I contributed as a cog in that wheel. In my remorse, I felt bad that I played a role in that situation. Is there that level of humanity inside of Hunter Moore's fucking body?
Yeah, dude, if somebody killed themselves, yeah, I to be honest, I if someone had actually killed themselves or hurt themselves over the site, I would have ended it that day, to be honest. Like, even in my crazy drug filled whatever, the stress of that, I wouldn't be able to live with myself, to be honest. But people crying and just bitching about stuff, that just kind of got me off. I'm not even gonna lie.
Say that one more time.
But yeah, no, I do, of course, dude. Yeah, and I think the question is still the same. I definitely have empathy, dude. Yeah, I don't know if I could have gotten through prison with that hanging over my head. Also, like just sitting there in your bunk, that metal bunk at night. Ugh, there ain't no way, dude. So no, I definitely, that would have been really hard for me, and I'm super glad nothing like that ever happened. Even though people want to lie and say that it did, it definitely never.
Is this a true statement?
What's that?
I heard that Hunter Moore is getting married in November so that he doesn't seem like he still hates women. Are you getting married?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
No.
and this is part of the life you live now. Fairy tales and rumors get spun. How much? Okay, here's a question. Here's a question from RDAP
dude, so everyone knows I really hate women. No, I'm just playing.
RDAP Dan question here. My question to you, Hunter. So, like, when you post stuff now on social media, where it's it does some of the posting, like where you're like, fuck this person, fuck that person, is that how you're actually truly feel, or is that somewhat of a reactionary feeling that you're throwing out there to kind of I don't know, it's almost like punish yourself more than other people are going to punish you. Like if you can hate yourself harder than other people are going to hate you, what else can anybody fucking do to you? Is there any of that? Is it like, I'm just going to be the villain and hate myself harder than you're going to hate me? Because does that exist?
I don't know. They're just genuine responses of how like I deal with it, because I don't know these people, and it's just funny. So like that's just, I would deal with that the same. Like it's my response that I would give in real life. That's just is what it is. So like I don't know. It doesn't hurt my feelings or anything. It's really just entertains me, and it kind of blows my mind that people like, I'm just so lazy, dude. Like I'm never gonna watch a movie or a documentary and then go Google someone and then write them a message. That is insane. But
calling this. Oh, somebody gave you $1.99. That is a creepy fucking Jesus Christ. I'm having nightmares from that fucking image. Ugh.
Oh, it's
dude. That's like a troll on a toilet. I don't know. That's nightmarish stuff.
They're seething in the comments. Seethe and dilate for me harder, little boy. But anyway, yeah, dude. No, I don't know, man. It is what it is.
Since all of this has started, has there been a moment where you've broken down and had a good cry?
No, definitely not.
Really? Not once?
No, dude. Hey, Adam Kramer. Hey, look at his avatar. That's a troll. There, that's a troll.
That's what a troll is? Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah.
So never once, not a good cry. What about a good?
Oh, and then like your other question, am I alone? Dude, every guy loves me. Bro, guys love me. Like I can go anywhere and everyone's like, "Hunter Moore." I mean, if they still recognize me. Like I go to clubs, parties, people buy me drinks. Like it's just not. I mean, why would I cry? Like I still have amazing support system. I still got amazing friends and immediate family. Like why would I cry about this stuff? It doesn't really.
This Adam Kramer, did revenge porn have anything to do with the leaking of pictures of women in the armed services? Do you know what he's referring to? I'm not privy to what he's talking about.
Oh, there we go. You there?
Yep.
Okay. No, dude, this again, like, is anyone up?
Do you know what that question means?
Yeah, like was there anybody like from the military that was posted on the site, right?
Okay, okay, that's what he was asking. Okay.
Yeah. No, dude, again, it was all based on scene, like the music scene, EDM scene, like all that stuff. So like if you weren't relevant in the scene, like I don't have any memory of anybody from the armed forces being posted.
Gotcha.
But I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
What was the instance where you got stabbed? I read that you got stabbed by some girl with a pen or a pencil or a screwdriver, or somebody came to your house. Somebody came to your house and stabbed you. Did that really happen?
Well, okay. So what happened was I wrote a story for Is Anyone Up called The Boy Who Lived. It was like a play. It was a play on Harry Potter because, you know, I'm a big Harry Potter fan, of course. I'm like an older millennial. But anyway, what happened was we had a party. This was before Is Anyone Up blew up. And it was just me and a bunch of my friends. And like, we just had these girls. We got them naked. We took pictures, and like they were doing blow off our penises and stuff. And then I asked them, I was like, "Can I post you on my website?" And they were like, "Yeah, whatever." And then they didn't realize how big the site was when I put it up. So then they came back with like a van of the whole family, and they tried to beat me up. Well, I was walking out of the house all hungover, and then they like jumped out of this van like Transformer. You know, it was like one of those 19 or 90 like, I don't know, like a van, dude. I don't know. And then they all busted out and they started beating me up. It was like hit me with their chanclas and stuff. And then one of them stabbed me with a pen in my shoulder. So that was it.
Oh, so they did actually stab you with a pen in your shoulder.
Yeah, here I think I have the scar still. Yeah.
Oh, right there on the show here on the home. Put it back and make the picture bigger. Put it back.
Oh, okay. Wait. But this wasn't. I don't know if you can still see it.
That's
Oh, there.
right. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. And they came to your house. How did people get your address?
They were here the night before.
So these are people you knew.
Yeah. They told me we could post it. Like, what?
So you told me something interesting, which I thought was like, wow. So when you did the Anderson Cooper show, the people on there, these were your friends, right? These were like people you knew.
Yeah. It was totally set up. Like all the girls that were complaining had us post her twice. Like we ran a train on her. Like we knew this chick. These are all homies, dude. And then like after the show, they got us a hotel all together. We partied. They got us a limo. Like everything on TV is fake. So I mean, they call it cooking. That's what they got to cook the show.
You said they intentionally dressed you in black as like the villain outfit.
Yeah, then my buddy, they gave him this really not manly, like chemise, furry purple sweater, and he's like covered in tattoos, and they put makeup all over his tattoo, so he looked like a choir boy. And then he was like, "You're bad. I couldn't get a job anymore," and we were all just cracking up, you know, because that's my boy. And then yeah.
Okay. I keep hearing people reference, and I've been seeing these references after the fact. What the fuck is the family?
Oh, okay. So then that
and who consists of the family? Are these like mentally well people, or are these kind of like, you know, Hunter Moore diehards? If you tell me to stab a pen in my eye, I'll do it.
Dan, what? Dude, the propaganda works well on you, man.
Oh, that's why you're here, to set it. I have to ask these questions because I'm asking the questions that
you just said mentally ill people.
No, I'm asking, are they? Because that's what they're saying. That's what they're illustrating them as these crazy. They're illustrating them as crazy people.
No, I mean, they do crazy things. Here's the thing: it's all a joke. Everything's a joke. The family is a joke, dude. Because they would say we're crazy on Twitter. Because I had a career post. Is Anyone Up? After I sold it, I became I had notoriety in my Twitter career, basically, and which was its own thing. And people said we were a cult and all this stuff. And so like it was a joke where people would hashtag the family in Twitter threads. And it just took a life of its own, dude. And it was just a play on the Mansons, the family. And it was just, again, not serious. Just, it's a joke. It's just, that's it.
And then the people out there in the world that they took it all, I guess, kind of serious. And
yeah. And then, so the thing is like, you know, a hashtag, you click on the hashtag and you could see everything that people are mentioning under that relevant term, whatever. That was a way for everybody to meet with each other, because I was all about, you know, bringing, like, because I threw parties too. So this was a way that like people could meet each other using the hashtag. So that way, when you went to my parties, you could have a friend or whatever. It was just a way to network. And that was it, dude. But it wasn't like we're sacrificing goats or anything, like drinking their blood. Like, so
they were caught. Is it the rumor they call you the father? Is that what is
that? Was another joke, because okay, so I I hired an attorney because they're really hard to get, section whatever 503C status or whatever it was for tax exemptions for churches and nonprofits. So I was going to start a church, and so everyone just started calling me the father. Again, another play on these dumb people's reactions to these inside jokes, basically.
So I kind of had, look, it's no different in my opinion than Star Wars followers. You got the Star Wars guys that are gonna dress up, and the Star Wars geeks and all these people. We got not to call your followers geeks. I apologize to the family.
No, that's probably the better term ever used. So,
but the misconception in the way the power of social media, it seems like for a long time you had control of the narrative. Not that it was a bad narrative, a good narrative. It was just you had control of the narrative. Fair statement to say. And once mainstream got involved and the feds got involved and they shut you down, the narrative was taken away from you, and the narrative was recreated to generate the most hated man on the internet. What's been the hardest part about going through everything? And let me get her name real quick here. The daughter, Kayla. So let's assume Kayla's shakes his head before you shake your head. So let's assume her email. Let's assume she was hacked. Let's just say she was for intensive purposes. Do you feel bad for her in any way if she was hacked?
I'm not answering any of that. I'm sorry, dude.
Fair question. And because that was a daughter, right? And then I don't even know who Jeffrey Gomez was. I don't know why I have his name written down. Oh, that's a client. Never mind. Sorry. Wrong notes. Because Netflix does a great job, and like you said, the creators of Don't Fuck with Cats, they know what they're doing. They know how to steer a narrative. So in the end of the video, they said they asked you to come on, and originally you wanted to, and then you didn't want to. What was your main reason for turning it down? I think I know the answer, but let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Well, yeah, like they said. I'm covering my camera. So yeah, initially I was working with them, and everything was actually going really good. But as I started requesting more details, I started just, realizing
where it was
where it was going, what the narrative they were going to push. They desperately were trying to keep me on. They even were like, you know what, we'll let you see the trailer beforehand, and you can make notes, and we'll make edits if you don't agree with it. Like really going out of their way. But at the end of the day, dude, it's like my life had already I had already moved past that. So it was like, not only did I not want to relive, like honest to God, I don't even want to do this, to be honest, but like my life has already moved on. Like I'm in a good place. I have a great job, a good career. Like everything's going great for me. So and this was 3 years ago when I initially was talking to them. And I just didn't see any reason to do it, dude. It was like, what is it going to do for me? And yeah, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it. We just really couldn't come to terms. And then when they sent the final contract over for me to sign, I just reneged on everything, dude. I didn't want to do nothing. So,
and honestly, it's probably again, even having this, trying to just asking questions, there's just no way to ask the question without, like, I didn't sleep last night. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't, after I watched, because I told Shelly's like, so what are you gonna do in the live video? I was like, oh, I'm just gonna kind of clear the air and go over the facts and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, the problem is no matter what question you ask, because I feel like an asshole asking the questions. And I know it's not comfortable. I don't think it's comfortable for you because I could tell it's not fun. It's not fun.
No.
But it's at the same time, it's like, I was like, what do I do? I could have got on here and just been like, oh, 100 more. I guess I could have joined the family and just, metaphorically did that for you. But I wanted this whole, you get where I'm going with this is I'm not here to bash you at all.
Yeah.
It's all there's just been nothing but bashing, and everything that's out there just makes it look like Hunter's the devil walking around in a human in a human form. And I've talked to you before on we've had like just regular dude conversations, and you're not this bad guy. You do have a bad persona. You have a bad rap for sure. You created some of it, no doubt, and it manifested from this underground thing into the mainstream world where I think anything that goes mainstream, even there's the guys that try to be saints out there, they get tons of hate. So I thought it would be interesting to hear your side of it, but I don't want to, I don't like offending people. I don't want to come off to be that guy where it's like, I got him on here. Now let me fucking sideswipe him and hit him where he's not looking. But there's nothing, and trust me, dude, if I had found some stuff that was like factual, that you did some really, really dirty, grimy things, I know what people are capable of when they're not really thinking things all the way through. You got the site, it's going good. You got a guy getting you pictures, crossing some gray areas, some gray lines. You don't know these people, out of sight, out of mind. You're not really thinking about it. But I have to believe that even if you hadn't gone through what you've gone through, just being 10, 15 years older now, I have to believe that you would make choices that are more thought through, focusing on what the consequences of the actions could be, because some people feel like you got a taste of what they got. And the difference is you can either go into hiding and go off yourself over this, or you can embrace it, use it to your benefit. But I do think you have a story to tell. And I think this whole message should be used as a cautionary tale in the very end, as if you take pictures of yourself, whether you send them to somebody or not, if you take pictures on a device, whether it can be hacked or you send them, you are risking exposure for not just things like what happened with your site, but all kinds of things that can cause mental problems for somebody. Mental health is a real thing, especially probably more now than ever. Do you see yourself as somebody that would ever get married, have kids, family, a dog, going on weekend vacations, or do you always see yourself as, the way people portray you? Are you ever able to break out of this? Do you think you can break out of who people have, the creation of this? Can you recreate yourself? That was a fucking lot of questions I just asked you there.
Yeah, I don't know. I only remember the one anyways.
The last one. Can you recreate Hunter Moore, or do you want to recreate Hunter Moore? Do you always want to be known as this guy right now, or do you want to be known as somebody different in the future?
I don't, but the thing is I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, yeah, the only thing that people should take away from this is whatever you do in your 20s is going to affect your 30s, and 30s is going to affect your 40s. Your actions do have consequences. And even when you're a dumb, ignorant little kid, you really need to just have, I don't know, you really need to just really think about what you're doing and the actions that are the consequences they're going to cause down the road. And hopefully you have a good support system and a lot of people that care about you, that they can guide you in the right way. Or you could become a little prick like me and have to suffer a Netflix documentary.
Fuck, dude. I was when I was going through my mind when I was watching it, I was like, Jesus Christ, like, this is Netflix. This is like out there for literally the world, and it's on like number 3 on the top 10, and it's your picture in the faded into the background. I'm like, dude,
and the name.
I don't think I would be stressed. I'm stressed out about interviewing this guy tomorrow, and it's not even about me. Fuck, dude. Now, I don't know if you have family, like nieces, nephews, like little kids around ever in your family. Is there ever a time where like maybe like you're taking your niece for ice cream, where you're like, fuck, I hope one of my haters doesn't roll up on me and try to like gun me down? Like, do you have, because it's bigger now than it was before almost.
Oh yeah.
So is that a legitimate fear for you? Do you, like, right now this guy is threatening to kill you? Would you feel comfortable like going on a 5-mile walk with a child relative?
Bro, listen, the problem, I'm not gonna toot my horn or anything, but that was the last thing I'm worried about, dude. I'm not worried about any of that, like physical violence or something. You want to run?
I'm talking about getting shot, like random.
No, hell no, dude. Hell no. I'm telling you, like, I don't. No, I don't have that fear. Do I have fear of like a couple of green-haired little goblinas that are Gen Zers, like saying I'm an asshole? No, that's okay, whatever. That they're entitled to that, and I probably deserve it. I'm not afraid of that. I'm more just afraid of like the just my friends and family having to go through this again when we thought it was over. So that's really all it is for
That
me.
was so, and we'll wrap it up here. I know you got shit to do and you got to go deal with the other bullshit you got going. Last thing
Yeah.
I got for you. So you just said this is one of the things people commented on the last video when you said your immediate family and friends, you feel bad for them. Everyone's like, what about the victims? Are there any out of all the things that happened through all this? Is there anybody that you identify as a victim that you feel remorse, feel sorry for, wish it didn't happen to them? Is there anybody specific that went through something through? Are you is anyone up?
I mean, I don't know anyone specifically, but I would have to say Butthole Girl, dude. Really, I guess that would be I guess that would be my answer. And I kind of answered that earlier
What
about
about
how
the ex?
the who.
The ex-girlfriend, she didn't really bash you on the Netflix show. She didn't. I a lot of the comments were like, oh, she was. I just felt like she just kind of, she didn't really have anything bad to say about you. She just said that you changed, but everybody changes through the course of time. But she didn't have anything bad to say about you. Do you guys stay in touch at all, or that's
Oh no, dude. And she wasn't even involved in the site, and she didn't even really know me like that. I don't. Again, like she it's really weird because she never wanted. We were kids, man. Like, first of all, she never wanted anything to do with social media. Now go to look at her social media, like she wants to be an influencer. So I mean, I don't blame her. Like, hop on it, try and get some followers.
I feel like
But
anybody that was involved through this entire process, if they're going to try to grab on to claim,
yeah,
this is the time to do it.
but no, I
So,
don't even.
go ahead.
Almost 10 years, so I don't know.
Say that you froze a little bit. Say that last part one more time.
I don't know that person. Like, I haven't talked to her in almost 10 years. Like, it's just these people. I don't know. They're just coming out of the woodwork.
So I know you don't want to talk about this person, so I won't ask you anything about her, but I will ask you: is Charlotte Laws the one that kind of dropped the hammer on everything that changed everything for everything? Because she seemed to be the one that, like, at least claims to be the spearheading person that went after you. Would she just have a hard on for you, or
I think watching it. I think if you're not completely brain dead, I think you can make a pretty easy observation about what's going on.
are you ever going to watch the documentary?
I've watched some of it, like here and there. Like a lot of my buddies and have sent me stuff. We've just cracked up over certain pieces, but no, it's all the same thing. Like it's there's nothing new or cool. Or, I mean, the graphics look pretty sick, but there's nothing in there that, like, I don't know, dude. Like I'm probably never gonna watch it. Like, I flushed that out. Like, it's negative. And I work full time, man. It's just, I don't want to relive it, and it's really just gonna make me. I'm really just scared of myself and how angry I would get at seeing it, to be honest. And I don't want to have a
An
really
episode?
action.
Well, that's fair, bro. And hey, Hunter, I do appreciate you doing this, and you're doing it live, so it doesn't really give you much time to kind of say or and that was kind of the point, right? To get on here. And
Yeah.
most of the comments, I mean, I didn't see anything that was extremely disrespectful. Maybe they just like to be disrespectful when it's not live, when they can kind of go behind the scenes.
Man, I wish they were. That's all right.
What'd you say?
I said I wish they were more disrespectful. That would have been a little bit more entertaining.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Give me the gist, though. Let me know. Anything funny?
I mean, I didn't see anything crazy. It's just a lot of people talking about the Discord. A lot of people were saying, will you share? They want you to share this to the Discord. So if you want, I'll send you a copy of it.
Yeah.
Post on the Discord. But
yeah.
dude, you know, I don't know what's next for you, or when this does die down, or if there's going to be a documentary in your future where you tell your side of the story. But you know, eh, I I think the site created, you know, my personal opinion on it is a site created. It showed the ugly side of the internet for sure, but the 10-year the older version of you now, I think you could use this as something that shows people how easy it is to destroy your life with the internet, because by sharing your photos and kids taking photos and posting them to boyfriends and girlfriends, even though there's laws and stuff passed now, doesn't mean that the information's not going to get out there.
Yeah.
And somebody just called you a sociopath.
Oh, nice.
Leonardo.
Total sociopath.
You know, and now that's the thing is I don't think you've mastered how to respond to those yet. I think that's where that's where the next learning curve is for
Yeah, you're probably right.
You're not a sociopath, but it does anger you that, and you can tell me it doesn't. I know, like you said, you didn't want to watch a Netflix series because it will anger you, because there's a lot people have a very one-sided biased opinion of you, and you don't do anything to change that. You kind of give them, you kind of feed the beast. Take the power away, bro. Like, you know, Hunter's not you're not a bad guy. You're a dickhead like the rest of us. You know, your mom, dude, you've got one of the best moms in the fucking world. So you got that on your side for sure. So,
but you know what? I'm also not going to fake who I am. And what do you want me to do? Kiss your feet? You want me to suck on your little toes? Like, dude, I'm sorry. I paid my time. I did my dues. What else do you want? You can't do anything else.
You did do your time. And that's the thing. He did his time, guys. He's still paying the price for it. You know, he's still got death threats coming his way. And who knows, there might be another Netflix 10 years from now that comes out. Where is Hunter Moore now?
Yeah, I mean, really, this Netflix documentary is so boring, and I feel like we could have done a telling of the story without cutting out like the victims or anything. Like I said earlier, they definitely deserve to tell their story, but so do I, and so does the other side. And I just wish they would have done an honest telling so we could put the nail in the coffin and put this thing finally to rest. And you can hate me all you want, but I mean, I think it's time to move forward.
Well, there you go, guys. The most hated man on the internet.
Well, buy my book too if you really want to know.
Hunter, send me a link to it, and I'll put it in the description so people.
All right, I will for sure.
All right, dude. I appreciate it. Hope you didn't take anything I said personal, but you know,
no, of course not.
You know, I think you've got some growth in you still, and I think you can. I think you've got a platform to where, you know, there's a lot of people that do.
I don't want.
We'll see what happens in the future. Dude, thank you very much. Guys, if you got any questions, drop a comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hunter, appreciate it. I'll talk to everybody soon. I'm out of here. Peace, guys. Bye.